Hey everybody, it's Lon.TV, and a few weeks ago I did a video about all of the free TV and movie options that are out there for your favorite set-top box. And I'm doing an update today because a lot of people watched that video and said, hey, what can I get outside of the United States? Well, today, Plex, one of my favorite applications, has just launched their own free TV and movie on-demand service that's now part of their app that runs on just about everything. And this works in 200 different countries. And the content, of course, will vary based on your location, but it's something that will work universally throughout most of the globe. And there's a bunch of other stuff that Plex has been doing that's also free that we're going to talk about in this video. Now, I do want to let you know, in the interest of full disclosure, that this is a paid sponsorship from Plex. However, they are not reviewing or approving what you're about to see before it was uploaded, and all of the opinions you're going to hear are my own. So let's get into it now and see what's new with this new Plex service. Now, to get this to work, you do need a Plex account, which is free. If you go to Lon.TV/Plex, that's our affiliate link. It'll bring you right to this page where you can sign up and get started. One thing you don't need to do for the free media is download the Plex media server. So if it starts directing you to download the server application, you don't need to do that. Everything we're looking at today runs in Plex without a server at all because it's all streaming from the Plex cloud. So that is one thing you don't have to get started on right away. What Plex lets you do, though, is organize all of your personal media with their server application. We're going to talk about that in an upcoming What is Plex video, but for the purposes of today, we are strictly looking at streaming free content, which again does not require the installation of a Plex server. Now, after you install Plex, it will look very similar to what you see on screen here. The interface is pretty much the same across all platforms now. The new free TV and movie section will be in an area here called Movies and TV. And if you are an existing Plex user and don't see this, it will likely be at the bottom of your existing home screen selection. If it's not at the bottom, go all the way down to the bottom to More, and then go over to Plex on your server listing, and you should see that on your list. And then you can go over to the little period icon here and pin it to your home screen. Once you get in there, you can start browsing around what they have for content. Let me just jump back here for a second and go to Movies and TV. Now today, as I'm recording this is day one, so it's got the minimal feature set. As I found with Plex over time, they do add a lot to their features as things roll on. So when they do update things, we'll come back and look at some of the new features. So right now it's good, but it's very minimal. So you won't have playlists and you can't really integrate it with your existing content just yet. But I'm sure over time they'll start hearing from users and making some changes to it. You can't browse all of the content in one place. You have to kind of go through all of these little curated playlists that they have set up. So for example, they've got a bunch of holiday movies here, and you can see what's available in that curated genre. You have other mainline genres here like drama and sci-fi and documentaries. They have some best ofs here. This one from Lionsgate. By the way, they've got stuff from Lionsgate, MGM, Warner Brothers, and Legendary as you're working your way through this. It was pretty cool. They had some music documentaries and concerts, so you can see some stuff from your favorite artists here, and they've got a pretty decent selection here of things to look at. So you've got a lot to kind of browse through. There's a search as well, which we'll cover in a few minutes here, but I was pretty pleased with the initial selection. There are things that will be kind of exclusive, or some of the higher end content that will be only on for a limited time. That's up front and center here, so you can see all of that. I was also happy to see that it bookmarks throughout your devices. So earlier I was playing Red Dawn on my phone, and you can see here it's giving me the option to continue watching it now on my TV, which I think I might do. So when you jump into some content, you will get the little page here that you've seen before, perhaps on other Plex media that you've looked at. Most of the movies I'm finding are 1080p. Some of the older TV shows might be 480, but generally everything looks like it's high definition, at least from what I've been browsing around with. And if I click play here, I'll have the option to resume from where I last left off. Now, you will see advertising on this even if you are a Plex Pass subscriber. But they're trying to be very good about not putting too many ads in front of you. So for example, if you started watching an ad and then you clicked out of that content and went to something else, they're not going to throw another ad at you. So they're being very careful about how often you're seeing ads so that you're not getting too annoyed by seeing nothing but advertising if you're trying to click around and find something. So the ads are there. They'll pop up throughout the content that you're watching, but they're not any more intrusive than they might be on any services that you've already used that provide this free content. And I think in many cases you'll be seeing less ads than some of those other services, at least insofar as my initial testing is kind of drawing out here. So far, not too intrusive and a good content mix here, and you just have to dig around a little bit to find what you're looking for. Now, in addition to browsing through the interface that we were just looking at, you can also browse media from another movies page, and let me show you what I mean by that. So here we've got Red Dawn, and if I scroll down here, you can see that it's got a list of movies that Plex say are similar to Red Dawn that are available through the free service. So there are a couple different ways to get at the media, and I'm sure they will be adding more as time goes on. And one of the good things about Plex is that they spend a lot of time in their forums listening to what customers are suggesting. So if you've got an idea, post it in their forums, and it might actually make its way into the product in the near future. Now, these free movie and TV shows are great, but it's not the only free thing that Plex offers. They've got a bunch of other stuff that you can watch just the same way without having to have your own Plex server. So let's take a look at web shows, news, and podcasts now. So web shows has a bunch of content from YouTube and other providers that you can watch free of charge on Plex. Again, it's ad supported, but not all that many ads. And as you can see, I am on here as well with a bunch of my content. And one of the things that I really like about the Plex web shows is that this is not an algorithmic delivery. So for example, if I jump into the Ars Technica channel and start looking at some of their media, I can subscribe to this channel and I will get every episode delivered to me, so I don't have to worry about the algorithm deciding whether or not I should watch something. And if you have some favorite creators that are on web shows, you can add them to your shows there, and they will always be there ready for you when you pop in, and you'll see all of the new episodes that have been added since you last popped in. By the way, it's generally faster than it is right now, and this is because this is day one of this free TV service, and I think a lot of people are playing around with it here. But as we jump into my web show, for example, you can see that there have been 292 episodes added since I last looked at it. I haven't been on my own channel in a while. And you can go in and just play them, and they'll just start running one after the other, or you can browse through the interface and find something more specific. And then, of course, you'll get recommendations for other web shows that you might want to watch. And again, this will work on your TV, on your tablet, on your computer and phone and everything else. Another neat feature they've got is news, and this will deliver international news along with local news. So for example, it knows that I'm in the Hartford and New Haven area, and there are 2 TV channels that are providing news packages to Plex News, and I can dial up my local news, and it's generally pretty up to date here. So this story down here was from about 4 hours ago. So as these things get posted to the local affiliate websites or on their TV station, they get brought to here. We've some other local stuff here as well, and they can break it out also by different topics here as well. And you can do some personalization of this, and we covered Plex News a few months ago, so you can check out that video in my playlist to learn more, but you have that available to you. And then you've got podcasts, and these, of course, are audio-only things, so this might be best suited for your phone. But on most of the TV platforms, you can also listen to podcasts and have that playback data synced up between all of your devices. So it'll keep track of what episodes you're listening to. On the phones, you can download things for offline listening, and everything on the TV here will be synced to my phone. If I started listening to the Jason Scott podcast here, for example, if I stop it in maybe midway through and then pick it up on my phone, it will continue onward with that bookmarking. So you have all of the world's podcasts available to you on this, and it will sync up all of your subscriptions between your devices. All good stuff. Down here is Tidal. This is the only paid thing that you can do with Plex at the moment through streaming. Tidal, of course, is a music service that offers lossless quality audio, and you can integrate Tidal with your personal media, and we've covered Tidal in the past. And what's also nice about all these services is that you can search for things universally. So for example, if I go over to my search and maybe do something broad like space, and look that up, you'll see that we've got Amazing Space here that we can watch, which looks like a web show. And then as we scroll down here, you can see we can find episodes on the DVR to watch. We've got some of the free stuff that we can watch as well with space in the title. I've got movies from my personal library in addition to stuff coming from the free movie and TV service. You also have podcasts that talk about space here as well. It just keeps going on and on and on. So the search really is universal across all of the different things that Plex offers, including music videos and playlists and all sorts of other stuff here. So really cool stuff. Again, all of this without the need to install a Plex server. So you can really start playing around with Plex and seeing how it can work with streaming media. And then if you decide to start organizing your personal media, like your movies, your TV shows, and your CDs, for example, you can set up your own server and have all of your own stuff integrated nicely with the streaming content that you can get through Plex streaming services. All good stuff, and I'm sure we'll see some further development of the free movie and TV section soon, because I would really like to see more integration with the interface, more integration with my existing content, and I'm sure that's stuff they'll be working on as the months progress here. So definitely go on those forums after you play with it. Let them know what you think there. Also, let me know what you think down in the comments section, because a lot of times the comments from you help inform future Plex videos. So we'll definitely be coming back to this topic, I am sure, in the near future. I want to thank Plex for their ongoing support of the channel. And until next time, this is Lon.TV. Thanks for watching.
This channel is brought to you by the Lon.TV supporters, including gold level supporters, the Four Guys with Quarters podcast, Chris Allegretta, Tom Albrecht, Brian Parker, and Kalyan Kumar. If you want to help the channel, you can by contributing as little as $1 a month. Head over to lon.tv/support to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe. Visit lon.tv/s.